Teachers, I have a great resource for you, whether you teach kindergarten, fifth grade, or high school, and it is called Symbaloo. It solves a myriad of problems when it comes to students accessing content you need them to access or you don't want them to access. So let's take a look really quick at what Symbaloo is. Symbaloo is a personal class start page. It's a fun, very visual, as you can see, way to bookmark all the links you want your kids to go to so it keeps them off the sites you don't want them to go to. This is what it looks like. So up here, you're going to see I have all these tabs, and every tab is called a web mix. Right now, I'm on the tools web mix, and this is something that when you sign up for, this will automatically be on your Symbaloo. And when you do sign up as a teacher, you can join for free, Symbaloo Pro for Teachers free. So when you come back to Symbaloo, you can see these web mixes. This isn't very helpful for me for my classroom. I don't need my kids to go to these websites, so I probably wouldn't use this. But let's take a look at some great examples of some web mixes for students. This is a high school math web mix, and you can see all of the math sites that the kids have access to. Here is an elementary school science web mix. I didn't create these. Somebody else did, and they put them out there that you can use in your own classroom if you want, but you can see that you cannot edit or copy or move or delete anything from these web mixes, which is fine. You can create your own. Now, before you create your own, I want to tell you something. When you want your kids to go online and you only want them to maybe have 5 options, or maybe you're doing a whole unit in history and you want to keep all the history sites together, you can have a history web mix. You can set your web browser to open to Symbaloo. So I say, okay, go ahead online, and they click down here on the Google Chrome. When they click on Google Chrome, it doesn't go to Google search. It opens up to Symbaloo. So they're not going to be searching online or going to sites you don't want them to go to. Okay, so that's one thing right there. So you can have all of these web mixes, and you can control using your workspace settings what web mixes your students might see. So I can actually X out, and when my kids open up Google Chrome and it goes to it, they're not going to see anything. So let's talk about how you can start your own web mix. Okay, I don't want any of these. I want to start my own. And there is a great quick start. So over here, you can see the web mixes that I have already, and I'm going to show you how to easily start your own. You're going to start, I would suggest, adding a web mix with Quick Start. So when I click on Quick Start, it's going to bring up education, social, entertainment, all of these different types of websites. And since I'm doing this for my students, not a personal web mix, I'm going to click on some of the things that we use or I want my kids to be able to access. And there's some more over here, IXL and Discovery Education. And I'm going to go ahead and create the web mix. Now, this does not mean these are the only ones that I use. But now you come up here and this is my home web mix. Now, I don't want to keep it. I can edit that later. But let's just start building more on here. So at that quick start, you can see that I don't have very much on here, very much for this web mix. So I want to add some other sites that I definitely want my kids to go to. So I'm going to click on Create a Tile. So when I create a tile, it's going to bring up the menu here, and you're just going to kind of plug in the information you need. So I want to add Epic, the Epic books. So I have to have the website, so I do have to go over here and get Epic books. And I go to the website and I simply right click to copy, go over and I right click to paste. And it is a website and it knows what Epic is. So it's going to use its logo on the tile. And let's just pretend, I want to show the text. Let's just pretend I have all my reading in red. So I can color code, and that's great for kindergarten, first grade, early learners, that maybe you have a poster in your room. Science is green, reading is red, math is blue, and things like that. Yeah, everybody says math is red, so maybe we would have math red instead of reading red. And so I can group those red reading tiles together, and you simply are creating tiles that you want your kids to go to. Maybe that's all I want my kids to go to for that day. I just want these 6 available to them. Okay. Maybe you just never know. So this year in my classroom, we are going to be studying a couple of things. And one of the things we're going to be studying is archaeology. So I want to create my own archaeology web mix. Let me show you how to do that. You just click on create a web mix. I'm going to name it archaeology, and it's going to pop up. Because I have to go through and find my sites. I could also see if there were other web mixes created for archaeology, and I could use some of those. But you just go through the same process. I create a tile, and I bring it up. If I know where I'm going, I can put in the website, and it's going to create a web mix. Again, my kids go click on Google Chrome, and the archaeology web mix is going to be the only thing that they're allowed to access. Think about this for games. You know, you have a reward day and you want them to do educational games. You can make a games web mix, and now your kids aren't asking, what games can we go to? Or they're not typing in the wrong address and they're saying, I can't get to this. Symbaloo solves all of those problems. So that's just a quick start, an easy way to get what you want to your students. And I hope that you're able to use this. And I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.